I think now recording is enabled. Okay, so welcome to this workshop. It has a bit strange name, Advanced and Non-Textual Task with ChatGPT. So the main point of this workshop will be to show you what you can squeeze out of ChatGPT, even if these are not typical, textual tasks. And another important thing will be to show you how to basically, sorry, I will, just a second. I will also show you what tools you don't use, okay? Because many people will try to use external tools that are in ChatGPT, and OpenAI integrates them seamlessly in, but those tools are actually not language model. Okay, they're not part of the language model, and we will illustrate how stupid results you could get if you use those. Okay. So, okay, workshop recording notice for everyone who didn't see it before. But our agenda is first, very important, ethics of using generative AI. 5 rules. I pulled those 5 rules from the not pulled, but they're my rules based on what, let's say, publisher in the scientific world actually consider allowed or disallowed use. Then we will talk about writing a report using predefined style. So that's why I start with ethics, because right there we are hitting the very complicated thing, which is impersonating somebody. So you can think of it as being, let's say, deep fakes for text. Okay. Now, why will we use this? There is very good, very ethical use for this. And this is that we want ChatGPT to impersonate us, to write things that sound like we wrote them. Okay. So this is very important. Of course, yes, this could be abused. So we need to go through ethics first. Then we will go to another part, which is very interesting. So writing a report from an unstructured text. Okay, so basically you put down your microphone, you record discussion with your coworker, and then ChatGPT writes decent report, formats it, and is something that you read, check if it's okay, maybe correct some mistakes, but there you go. It can go and be sent to someone needing that report about your work. Okay. So then we will go to the drawing and copying vector graphics. This is again thing that most people don't know. You can actually use ChatGPT to create vector graphics. It can be used to actually, I won't use the word lift, yeah, but to actually see the drawing and then recreate this drawing as a vector graphics. Because you cannot just copy paste work that is intellectual property and you don't have copyright for, but you are able, as far as the copyright law until now went, you can redraw it. You can redraw the same concepts. Then we will go to next thing, which is making presentation poster from a conference paper, which is pretty amazing, not just for researchers, but for everyone who have your work already done. That means your intellectual work is already done. You have it on the paper, in the electronic form, whatever, but you need to make a presentation out of it. This is purely technical work. We don't like to do it, yeah. But you need to do a poster. You need to do a conference talk. So this would be another important thing. Now, last part that you have geometrically correct 3D rendering. It's more experimental. It's more engineering thing. It's just to illustrate that there are many different, let's say, languages that ChatGPT speaks. And if if you find proper tools, then you can use ChatGPT for pretty awesome tasks. Now, before I go on, I will do here something to get your attention, okay? So I will here open new project in Overleaf, okay? And I will title it presentation, okay? Then I will open new ChatGPT session, and I will paste the text to here, and these are these 5 rules, ethical rules, okay? And what I'm gonna do is I will switch on my speech-to-text interface, and I will give him some instructions, okay? So I forgot to make the presentation for today's talk. I really need 4 slides of the presentation, and you should use the text below. It's in Slovenian language, but please translate it appropriately to English language and make 4-slide presentation in Beamer. I really need it now. So let's see how it does. So, okay. So now say do it in LaTeX Beamer. Okay, copy code. And let's put it here in this empty document, Control V, okay. Recompile it. And now I have presentation. It's not very good. It's not very nice, but it's actually something that I've got from my text in how long did I need? About a minute, okay? So I like this kind of presentations. I mean, hope I got your attention, and so you'll be able to basically follow the rest of my talk, because I'm showing that kind of things. Okay, very, very useful and saving a lot of time. Okay, so of course I will now open the original presentation, or I will continue with the original presentation, yeah. And we go on. So we entered the agenda, and now a bit boring stuff, but I'll try to make it interesting, the ethics of using generative AI. Okay, so generative AI tools cannot be considered authors or co-authors of any work. This is very important because actually this has to do with liability, okay? So AI tools may be used to rephrase text, improve flow, and correct errors. Direct text generation from minimal prompts is not allowed. AI tools must be transparently documented in a designated section of the work, and authors must keep the records of the prompts and original inputs for verification. So these rules actually reflect what many publishers are saying. Matej, you cannot do it in PowerPoint. This is, and I will explain the reason. Okay. Okay. So, why AI cannot be an author? Because basically, this goes with the responsibility, and in some cases, legal responsibility that comes with the text that you are either sending to somewhere or publishing or whatever. So this is very, very strong agreement between publishers. No generative AI tools can be listed as an author of co-author, and all the errors, mistakes that that are actually done by AI tool, you have to own them. You are responsible for it. Okay. So this is now, you know, people will say, obviously you won't give an authorship to ChatGPT, but that essentially means you cannot actually have AI tool as an excuse. This is not allowed. Now, the second rule is those tools can be used to rephrase, improve text flow, and correct language errors. This is encouraged, yeah. Basically, the publishers are happy to see much nicer text coming from people using AI tools. This ChatGPT is not the only one. And the purpose is, of course, to express authors' thoughts more clearly, not to generate new content. Okay, so this use aligns with standard editing and proofreading practices. Yeah, so any proofreader, you know, cannot add new contents, and basically you have to check it at the end, and so on. So this is kind of standard. Now, very important rule is you cannot generate complete content from a brief prompt. So in my classes, I threaten students that this would be a violation if they use ChatGPT for, let's say, labs or their works in this way, because this ensures originality and the author's personal contribution to the work. But there is more important thing here. If you generate anything from minimal prompt, you invite ChatGPT to hallucinate. Okay, as long as you provide enough information in your provided data in your input text, that means that ChatGPT will probably not hallucinate. So more than you try to expand your minimal prompt, more the internal knowledge of ChatGPT will overshadow your prompt. And this way you open yourself to a number of problems. Now, of course, if you know how to do it, if you're really careful with what should be the, let's say, intended use of the document, then it's okay. But I don't basically, there is no hard rule here, but you will find that suddenly ChatGPT can do things that you really don't want. Like one of my students was using ChatGPT. I didn't know this last year for checking the text or writing related work for his work. And of course, all the papers went through Turnitin, and ChatGPT gladly plagiarized a section from some paper. Now, if ChatGPT does this, and this is some kind of an official publication, then you're open to the problems, because it will go hallucinate, it will start violating copyrights and so on. So you have to be really now. If you put your things through the Turnitin, if you don't submit them to scientific papers, if you don't claim they're your original work, that you can get away with it, but you have to be very, very careful with this. And we can do example later. We'll see how this works. Now, fourth thing, very important for your own safety. Any AI tool must be listed in a dedicated section. and documentation should include the name of the tool and its specific purpose. So this actually fosters transparency. Now, there is a big problem when there are no rules for AI tools, and I don't know if they're yet at University of Ljubljana, for example, because then it may happen that you submit, you're honest, you said, I use ChatGPT to rephrase my words, and you said, oh, AI tools are not allowed, let's trash your submission. So this is a really problematic, and for those who have any kind of influence here, I would really like to, let's say, ask you to push in your directions that these rules would be, somehow officially accepted in many institutions, companies, and so on. Now, the fifth rule is, again, even more for your safety, record keeping of prompts and inputs. So people may take any kind of ChatGPT detectors or AI detectors. And of course, they can get false positive, this is true, but they will get true positive even for a text that is just put through ChatGPT for nicer rephrasing, which is, I think, something that is to be encouraged. So if you're ever in the hot water about what you did and what you didn't, this record keeping can save you, so you can really actually prove that you are the original author of the work. Yeah. So you had these things. You have these things here. The prompt, the ChatGPT conversations and things like that, and then you basically say, okay, somebody who is examining can say, okay, your original work is in the prompts, not in the answers. So, and now, before how we break the rules, we'll try to provoke ChatGPT here to make longer, from very short text, please make, let's say, 20 detailed slides, because, oh, sorry, this is 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm guiding it now, yeah, but this can happen, yeah. So now it will make 20 page presentation, yeah. And of course, because I give him like 10 lines or 8 lines of text, yeah, we'll see what it will do. Okay, he's being nice and helpful in, okay, so let's go here to, okay, copy code, presentation. And we'll just briefly go through. Let's see what he did. Okay, maybe you saw a bit, but download PDF. Okay. Now I can bluff my way through the presentation, let's say. Okay. Yeah, examples of minimum prompts. Why to report on? Well, not if you add longer text, then it's okay. So okay, it just made 2-liners across the text. But from my practical use, don't force it. Hallucination usually happen when basically people are actually inviting ChatGPT to think on their own. Okay, so now how not to break the rules. First thing, it's not a magical black box. Don't treat it as a magical black box, although it will happily play the role of a magical black box. It works best as an apprentice, assistant, junior associate, whatever, goes in your company or in your institution. It has processed a lot of human knowledge, but it doesn't truly understand. It's incredibly fast, much faster than your associate or assistants and so on, but it's not necessarily smarter. And it can be easily misled, guided into directions that you don't want. Now, very important, and this will disappoint many people, it can only perform tasks within your expertise or simpler ones, because you need your expertise to check its output. If you want to submit that work to somebody else, if you want to play with it on yourself, then it's okay, but if you do things that are outside your area of expertise, you won't be able to detect when it's hallucinating or worse. Now, here is one example let's say recent newspaper article. This part of the text describe how it's used in American, let's say, lawyer offices, legal firms. So basically what it says, catching LLM in hallucination, catching a junior associate in a mistake, this is pretty similar. So really just two options for generating the same output. And this is how you should treat ChatGPT. Now it says here, except one of those options is fast and tireless and essentially free. The professional version costs 20 euros. And the other one, can be paying at the holiday parties, right? So, and this is also, if I just can pick up on here, it's also the biggest problem that I see with ChatGPT influencing the, let's say, the labor market. Basically, the need for junior associates in law offices is decreasing and will decrease further, and this may also happen in engineering. And this is the reason here, because ChatGPT can substitute someone who is only learning, Is it's helpful? You have to be responsible for it, but it's only learning. Now, I have been asked in previous presentation, do you have to be nice to it? No, it has no emotions, and it actually handles the abuse quite well. But one more important thing is that you can use your emotions to guide it. So we will talk later about the context, but if you tell to him, this is exactly what you want, what I wanted, or brilliant, this encourages it to stick to the methods that work for you. So it makes something, some image, sorry, some graphic, some text, does it exactly that you want, the way you like it, you want to keep it in this track, you want to continue working like this, and then you say, brilliant, this is exactly what I need, and so on. Now also the strong feedback, like this is completely wrong, or even capitals, all caps are considered yelling, sometimes does the trick. I have constant problem with that it opens this canvas tool during our chats, and I really don't like it. And if you yell on it, and then it really stops, But sometimes you have to tell it twice. I got the question about the brainstorming. Of course, as long as there are things that are not going public, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so this is it's a question related to this. I know that this is pretty let's say restricted, but if you're doing it for yourself and there you're checking, you're fine. But many people using ChatGPT are lazy, and it's better stick to it and then slowly go on. And otherwise, you will just end up with hallucination, and hopefully not where this would make be shameful for you or worse. Okay, so we have nice to it. We went through this, and now understanding ChatGPT's context, and this is related with the questions I got. Can we use the free version? Okay, now. The main difference between the free and paid version is the length of the context. And context is basically the sliding window of what ChatGPT knows. And context is filled by the prompts that you put in and by the answers that he gives to you. So if you have short prompts and short answers, then he will remain a long history of your conversations. But I think it's active context. It's about 128 kilobytes long. Maybe it be twice like that. Maybe different versions, different things. So you can easily paste in the context the contents of whole master thesis. Yeah. And this is nice. Now, if you have the version with very short context, then maybe while you passed something in that is like 70 kilobytes long, like more than half of its context, when he will generate the answer, he will already start forgetting what was at the beginning of your conversation. So, and if you have things that are longer than his context, you will never be able for him to use the whole text that you put into him at once. Okay, so this is the important thing why the professional version, the paid version is better, because it has longer context. Okay, so now most important guideline. But okay, let's say due to comments, I will say again, if you are if you're using ChatGPT for work that goes out, that you're submitting to journals, you're submitting to your employers, you're submitting as your result of your professional work, whatever, then the best guidance is use it only for tasks that you could complete yourself if you had enough time. Okay. Now, again, not for brainstorming. Brainstorming not here. Now, this approach ensures that you can verify and necessarily correct its output. And it has, at least for me, one very nice side effect. You have a chance to learn new skills by tapping into its knowledge, because this way, like in 1 year, I'm using ChatGPT, I learned to code in Python. I start with ChatGPT and I look what he provided for me, and then I started to understand it. Learned to create a latex template, which we will use today, and started to program again, because before I simply didn't have time for it. But I know how to code, okay? So now we go to some practical and I think funny examples. So we will now show the writing of text with predefined style. And the important thing here is that we set up ChatGPT, which means we initialize it. So often people equal this with learning. You cannot learn or fine-tune ChatGPT on your own. When you give him the prompt, you set it in a certain condition where it will do what you want the way you want. So it has 700 billion parameters. I don't know how many states theoretically it has, but basically you put this huge logical machine into the state where the following conversation will be what you like, okay? So these initial prompts can be very long, okay? So as I said, they can be, I don't know, quarter of the context, half of the context maybe, yeah? So you really can not just give him instructions, yeah, like here, let's say, please write in a formal academic tone, explain concept in the beginner-friendly way, as I would do it for my daughter, explain the concept for a 10-year-old child, okay? Basically, you can put it in a custom state with enough of the teaching material, okay? So not training, but actually giving them a lot of your stuff. So the idea here is not to create deep fakes, textual deep fakes. The idea is to teach it that it sounds like you would write this this document, okay, what any document, presentation, paper, whatever. Because if you're now in somewhere not exactly at the beginning of your career, you probably have a corpus of things that are basically already written, and you can use them. You can dump into ChatGPT as a text, and then it will learn how to mimic you. And I will show the examples here. And first thing will be US 2024 election forecast in, 1370 English. Okay. So this is something that will have really, really big impact, because if I would put in my text, you wouldn't notice how well it adapted to me and so on. So we will use the following. And for Slovenian listeners, then we will actually convert this fairy tale Ko so virje na leteči žlici into old Slovenian from Brižinski spomeniki. Okay, so let's start with this. I will open the open the text here. Okay, and then let's look at this. So this is the book of the Duchess, and we'll just copy this. I think now here the context or pro version comes handy. You know, I will dump into him 800 lines of this, so he can really try to mimic this. And I will open new prompt. Sorry, have to move this away. I will open new prompt here. And while speaking about context has also a bad side. You know, you never use the same conversation for totally different tasks, because then you will start mixing up concepts, and this is not very nice. So what you do is, you know, like from Men in Black, you know, you just flash it. So if he forgot everything, new chat, and then you prompt him and initialize him. So initialization will be like that. I will tell him what I want to do. I will provide a text in an specific style and language. You will learn. I imitate that style. And now, you know, if we just paste him in, he will start blabbering. You don't want to do this. We are just initializing him. So we'll say, okay, ignore the numbers, because we copied a lot of numbers here. Say okay when you read the text. Okay. So here he's now digesting it, and he said okay. Okay. So, and now we will go to another text. So I will now put another text, and this is if you know 538, it's a pollster, or let's say poll analysis site. So, and we will take this latest updates, and we will ask him to write this in this old, I think it's Middle English or something. Okay, so let's go here. And ChatGPT, and I will ask him, please rewrite. Yeah, significance of telling it to say okay is he will start blabbering. He will start writing out the text and basically summarizing it, which we don't want. It uses our time, it uses our tokens. Yeah, that's why we say okay. We don't need anything else from you right now. Style, you just learned. Style and language, yeah. Okay. Okay, now you see, it's funny. Now as we near the final days of the 220th in the age of 2004, pollsters have scored the latest reckoning of this contentious contest. Okay? So you see, it really imitates the writing there. And basically, this is also very important for scientists because sometimes ChatGPT, get generic ChatGPT, as you use it, will basically go and write in some let's say average style of all the text that he was trained on. If you put in your previous papers, then he will start using maybe proper words, proper terminology, and things like that. It will bring it closer to what you want. Now, somebody will get an idea. Basically, what if we teach it, or if we dump in all the papers from my field of research? Well, I won't comment on this. It's regarding the copyright and things like that. But yeah, you got the idea. Yeah. But now I promised also, so the Slovenian example. So let's go to new chat here. Yeah, so deleting the context, flashing that light from Men in Black, and opening that slide again. So Brzezinski spomeniki. This is the second part. I will just take this small part. You see. Okay. And again, you see there are numbers in it. You have to tell him ignore the numbers. Yeah. And he will happily ignore them. You can ask him to print out the text also in, okay, without numbers if you want. So now I will speak in Slovenian. Dal ti bom tekst v nekem narečju. Nauči se tega jezika in sloga, ker ti bom pozneje dal tekst, ki ga boš preoblikoval. Zanemari številke in reči OK, ko ga prebereš. Very good question regarding the language of the prompting. As far as I know, for the technical stuff, it works better if you prompt in the language that the most literature is in. So for science, it's better prompting in English and then translating at the end. Yanis Izershek, why okay? Because if you don't put okay, then he will start talking and summarizing this text, which we don't need. Okay, so we don't want to waste time and the tokens, let's say, and our limits on the original text. Now, ko se virja na leteči žlici, okay, ko se virski uvod, okay, in dajmo daljšega. You see now the context, this could be done with short context because both of them are pretty short texts, sorry. So, sedaj, okay, sedaj pretvori ta tekst v stil in jezik, ki si ga spoznal v zgornjem tekstu. So, oh, we make it very short. So, okay. Okay. So, you can see it changes the order of words and things like that. It definitely goes towards that style. Okay, but here the example, training example was very short. The more things you dump in it, up the available context, better it will be with guessing, or let's say following your style. Okay, so this is now the first part. We went through English text, we went to Slovenian text, and there are quite some people, I think, here with other mother languages. So yeah, you can try with your language if you want. Now, okay, the question is, none of you will get the same result. No, yes, this is exactly right. But I can answer this dilemma very easily. So let's say it's you and your colleague and another colleague working on the same project. You're working together. First day, one of you writes the text. The second day, second one writes the let's say the report. Yeah. The second one, not knowing the first guy already wrote report, writes report as well. The third day, the third guy from the team again writes the report of the whole project, not knowing that the other people actually already wrote two reports. If you will compare this, if you compare these three texts, they'll be very different. But if the engineers on the project are capable and literate, all of them will generate three different texts that will all be appropriate to be sent to higher ups. Yeah. So this divergence is not a problem. Okay, the question is, does ChatGPT recognize a text that it wrote itself? No. Emphatic no. Never use it as a plagiarism detector. Never use it as AI detector. Some unfortunate professor in Texas tried to do this. He was laughed off, I don't know, university maybe even. This doesn't work. Yeah. So, and all the AI tools, AI detection tools out there get obsolete when the new training round is completed, or when even the model is improved. So I'll be very careful by that. I don't think that is the way that you can detect this. And what I will show you now, somebody can actually imitate his own style. Okay, so it's even worse regarding the detection. Okay, so yeah, we are one hour through. We are right on time, and we go to another nice thing, and this is pretty fascinating. Creating a book or booklet from a talk, lecture, or rant. Why rant? Because you will see, not you will see, I will basically extract audio from this recording, what I'm actually talking, and I will make a booklet with these instructions as well, because this is relatively easy, but now we will see example. So, very important thing is ChatGPT can yes, the quota of tokens is affected by input and output. Yeah. So if you fill in a lot of text, you will hit the limit pretty easily. And if you generate long text, it will also hit the limit very easily. For example, my daughter is hitting the limit of her subscription with ChatGPT because she is using ChatGPT to program in Python. Of course, she doesn't like to type, so she is actually speaking to it with the tools that you saw before. So she can generate a lot of text when she is describing what the ChatGPT should do for her. And then, of course, every time that she changes something, ChatGPT generates a pretty long piece of code. And she runs after about 2 or 3 hours. She's done with the programming for a few hours because she uses tokens pretty quickly, and that is paid subscription. Okay, so what is nice about ChatGPT? One of the first things I used it was to actually clean up garbled text. In some PDFs, I don't know which tools those PDFs are made in. If you copy out the text, or you choose save text, so on, you get extremely garbled text where there are some formatting some formatting commands in, and some maybe processing languages and things like that. And I was thrilled about the very simple use. You put the text into ChatGPT and it would clean it off all, let's say, garbage. Now this goes even further. If you have text that lacks clear structure, is missing punctuation, contains grammatical and syntactical errors, then ChatGPT can create very nice text out of it. Okay, it can summarize, it can skip over the errors. And it's working so good that one of the things that you should never do with ChatGPT is try to find mistake in text. Okay, because you will take a picture of the handwritten text. We will show this at the end of this workshop, and it will make transcription. And if this transcription has mistakes in it, he will gladly correct mistakes and claim there were no errors. Okay? So this is one of the edge cases that actually is so good that can bite you. So despite this issue, ChatGPT can interpret the intended meaning, and basically, sorry, do I have this too? Yeah. And basically it's not bothered by the unstructured text, lack of punctuation, but even then, after that, it can infer the logical structure out, so like you would know what is the introduction part of the text, if it has clear introduction, the middle part, and the conclusion. So it can generate summaries, abstracts. It can actually generate instructions from the description of the work. Yeah, this is very nice for university professors and supervisors. When you get abstract of what student did, you can just convert it into task, like do this and this and this with ChatGPT. Brilliant, And at our faculty, we need to put this into the official documents, and it is very, very nice. Of course, you can read it. It's like 5 or maybe 8 lines, but it actually generates from the abstract, can generate the instructions, like what would be the instructions for this task to be done. Okay. So it's also very nice if you're doing any kind of labs, or maybe even you can try to generate that way, for example, the test and so on. I will show these things at the end of the workshop. There's some miscellaneous things. Now, because it can make structured text, we can actually ask him to insert markup. Okay? So not that only he makes nice text, he can separate text into sections, subsections, and so on. And now we will use another tool to show how this works. Okay? So here I have this demo title from workshop to textbook, which is exactly what I did. You know, I have workshop video at YouTube. It is basically a workshop on, workshop on text parallelism as universal concept. Yeah, okay. And basically, it is about 2.5 hours of me speaking and explaining from the slides. And now what I did, I downloaded, this went to YouTube, yeah. I downloaded auto-generate English subtitles. Okay, so yeah, I took them. Okay, you have tools where you can download subtitles. I actually downloaded my own subtitles in English. I was speaking in English, but there are ways how to do this more properly, okay, without uploading to YouTube, just very quick and easy for me. Now you see how awful that text looks like. Yeah, so there is no punctuations, there are and mms in it. Yeah, you can see here. And basically it's very unstructured. And I will open this text here in the longer version. So this is the material. Yeah, I will open it here. I have it. Sorry. This computing. And I have English auto-generated. Yeah, it looks like this. You know, this is actual thing downloaded for YouTube. So what you're gonna do? We will use Overleaf, which is online text latex editor, and you've seen it briefly. Now, if you followed my advice, you you register it. It's totally online tool, but there are also offline latex tools. So if you have things that you don't want to put to Overleaf, then it's not a problem. You can install this as well, but it's much easier here. Then this Overleaf has nice thing. It has collections of templates, yeah, for books, for presentations, for posters, okay? And we will just take one of the templates. And very important thing is the transcript of audio doesn't need to be perfect. So you could easily, as I said, you can make a book out of your ranting. Yeah, you can be Donald Trump, you know, but he didn't have ChatGPT. He had actual guy who was speaking to him ranting when he wrote that book, Art of a Deal. But you can literally do this and make a book out of this. So I will show you how to do it. And the key point here is that ChatGPT can generate latex code for you. So it can add markup, which will then fit into template. And now you can have basically, let's say, approximate or first version of the book in maybe, I don't know, half an hour after you basically end speaking. So I will open this Overleaf. Sorry, template. Yeah, I will open it here, but I need to go to Chrome where I have Overleaf in. So I opened Overleaf here, but now I'm going to open it in here. And what I will do Now it opens it here, and I will just click open as a template. Okay, open as a template, and this means that the overleaf will be set up for typesetting that kind of a book. Yeah. So this is Legrand Orange book. Legrand is one of the authors, Matthias Legrand. So let's wait, it compiles. Yeah, and we have book here. Yeah, and we can look at it. It has some front matter, then it has basically already some kind of table of contents and so on. So here, now for those who are not familiar with LaTeX, it looks horrible, but if you use the templates, then the structure is very easy. And this is what can ChatGPT generate, okay? So ChatGPT will enter chapter, section marks, items, and so on into the text, okay? And this way, you can then actually typeset proper book. Then you go on, then you can, this is like what we do in 10 minutes or 5 minutes is not the end result. It's not black magic box, okay? You still need to do some of the work. But the idea is it does the work you don't want to do instead of you, okay? So now here we have copyright page. We left this as it is, table of contents. We don't care, chapter. Okay, here we have part one. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do is I will take this text, from this book and said, okay, I have now this template and you will generate text for this template. We'll see how it goes, okay? So index, bibliography, we don't have this chapter present information. Okay, we have like this. And we will throw this at ChatGPT again, because this is a new task. We flash it, so he forgets everything. So I will provide you with the part of a LaTeX template for writing books. So you get LaTeX template for writing books, so you can then generate text in that nice LaTeX book form. Read it and say okay. Again, why say okay? So he will not start discussing this template. We don't want him to discuss this template. Okay, and now let's go to my book. Yeah, it's open somewhere here. So we'll take this. Okay. Okay, Control O. Now here we will hit the limit, I think. So I will say the text that you have to organize into chapters, sections. Oh, sorry, sections, subsections, etc. is below. Generate now. Generate the LaTeX output. Okay, so let's see. Now this will break it. It's too long for its context, in which outright say no. Oh, okay, good. Okay, he's making chapters, you see. Now, of course, this would be only the first draft, okay? Then you can use them and say, okay, rewrite this. Oh, it has longer context than before. Okay, let's see. So part one, chapter image. Okay, chapter. Okay, not the whole one, just this. And let's say the figure no, go on the top. And let's just put it in. So title page, we don't touch it. Table of contents, part 1. Okay. Now we put, okay, part 1, chapter 1. Oh, okay, chapter image should stay as it is. Okay. Chapter. Let's go down. Almost to the end. We leave the bibliography and figure caption. Okay, we'll take this out. And now I'll paste this in. Now it does, this is totally generative process. And yeah, it may be that he makes some mistake or, oh no, look. Anybody knows anything about data parallelism and things like this? Okay, let's look at our book. Okay, application, assignments, workshop outline. Then we have task parallelisms in real life, understanding modern computers. Okay. He chopped it a bit too much into the chapters. So yeah. Okay, what he did. You see, he made very, very short, abstract of it, literally. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, I was surprised that he worked. He shouldn't. But I will start with this. I will start with much smaller amount of text. Yeah. So like this, okay? Yes. And I will put in here. And what can I do now? I don't know if you know this trick. You can change the input and then he recreates. Of course, you'll still lose the tokens, but sometimes easier to do it like this. Yeah. Whoa. No, this is here. Yeah. General latex output. I will delete now what I already pasted in. Or maybe I could just delete part of the text, but okay. I have it here. I will delete it and paste the shorter text. Now here will generate it new. And now, of course, this, yeah, maybe it's still too long. We can try third time, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, part introduction to, okay. Chapter 6, appendices, okay. Copy. And packages, this is not this table of contents. We'll leave it alone. Start it with part. Okay. Okay, very good question. Uploading the text file. I will explain this right now because I think it's okay. So I'll put this here. Recompile. Okay, did it compile? Yeah. Okay. Overview of topics, challenges. Okay. Then you can start telling him, okay, do a shorter, or let's say expand on this, should be longer. Yeah, I put a lot of text into you, and things like that. I want to show you the pipeline, how to do it, okay? And from here on now, you think, oh, but now I'm stuck with latex. No, you're not, okay? You can easily tell him to modify this for you. So let's say we are not happy with this section. Yeah. We say, okay, chapter two is, so let's say we ask him join chapter 2 and 3. Yeah. Like copy here within the same context. 3. So basically, you don't go to back to actually dealing with latex until very end. You know, you do as much as you want to do with himself. You know, basically form through the ChatGPT, and then at the end, you know, when you see, okay, it doesn't make any sense anymore, I can finish this. Yeah, you can do. Okay, chapter. Oh, I have originals here. Okay, what is his output? Okay, copy. Okay, I'll just put those chapters here somewhere in. Yeah, and maybe he will, you know, he will even combine them in the nice manner, things like that. You know, you can tell him, okay, you're, you know, like, let's go back, and we will tell him, you know what, you have, your pieces of text are too small. Yeah, so here I can go, okay, and tell him, you know what, the chunks of text you are generating are too small. Each there should have 3 to 4 large. Now, if there are any teachers or professors here listening to me, this is exactly what you do with your students, like even graduate students. Yeah. So this is sometimes it actually pays to actually think, if you're a teacher, you know, what do you do, how do I do with my students, you know, what do I do with the students? I know if I'm an assistant and so on, how would I make them do something? Actually, it's pretty helpful. Yeah. So this thing actually is made to be like other party in the human conversation. Okay. So, okay, you see now it's generating much longer text from that. Now, somebody will ask, yeah, but what if it generates gibberish? Well, then it is a problem. Then it is problem that you have to read what it does. Yeah, you have to sign off on these things. Okay, now the last correction here. Then I will go then answering the questions. Okay, so where you have the chapter. Okay, just to show that you can manipulate him into basically that he writes in different styles and so on. Yeah. And then you say, oh, you know, these two sections should not be apart, combine them, and he will combine them. Yeah. Okay, this is too much. Recompile. What? Okay. Yeah. Now he started to generate longer sections. Yeah. They're still approximately the same length, but then you have to go and actually work on your book, you know. So copy pasting. Okay. So here the couple of questions. Why copy paste text instead of uploading a text file? If you upload a file, I don't know how it works with text file. It will always swallow the text, and it will allow to it to go even past its context. So I learned, it will learn to basically sorry. It will learn on just a part of the text. Like you find 10 megabyte PDF or 1 megabyte PDF. You put it in, it will say, okay, I study it. Then you start asking him questions about that PDF, and he's dumb. He doesn't know how to answer many things. Why? Because he swallowed that whole PDF, and it started, and it actually was too much for him, so he summarized it into its context. If you, I don't know what happens if you upload the text file, if he does it also, but the best experience I had is if you copy paste the text, that means ordinary normal text, into his prompt. Okay, it looks weird, but then it will have he will make basically an effort to swallow everything, and maybe if it overflows its context, he will say, oh, it's too long, something like that. But I think it used to have these problems. Now just silently swallow it. So you really should do it section by section, not here is my workshop, okay, it's audio, it's 10 hours, push the button, getting the book out. This is not a black magic box, as I said. Now, so this is why I'm copy pasting always. Now then the question is, it ChatGPT able to translate from voice to text directly? Not this web version. I don't know about the desktop, but the phone version just lost this ability. Okay, so it's going up and down. So what you can do, you can use some other tools. Okay, you can use some other tools for audio to text. It's far better. Then you have text. I mean, you may make some kind of other subscription and you paid for it, and you have your text, and then you grow from text to that. I wouldn't put it in the same pipeline. Now, the question, translation about translating from PDF to PowerPoint X. This does not work. Okay, so very important thing is I wanted to actually translate from PowerPoint to Beamer, and I found the tool that actually works really nice, but the no tool except for large language models can infer the structure from the PDF. Okay, so if you put PDF and find a converter that makes PowerPoint, what we'll do, it will replicate exactly what is on the screen in PDF, just render the same thing, with PowerPoint. It will be uneditable, okay, at the end. And this is one of the important things that we want to actually reach at this workshop. So what you do is you generate editable stuff, yeah, and you get PDF, yeah. So, and in some cases, PDFs are better. In some cases, PowerPoint is necessary. But for example, just an anecdote, the official presentations, many companies make their graphical design, and they make it mandatory. Our university did it. And at the end, they found out that you cannot put fonts, yeah, so fonts into PowerPoint presentation. In PDF you can do it, yeah. So I wouldn't. You can try these things. Don't just look at the tool and say, oh, there is a conversion tool, I can convert it. No, then it turns out you need 10 days of work to convert it properly. Okay, I don't have tips, but what I do with when to edit previous prompt or when to write a new one, basically I go back and edit my previous prompt when I'm in dead end, okay? Because I don't want the rest of the conversation. And then when you edit the previous prompt, any of the previous prompt, the rest of the conversation is deleted and it starts anew from that point. So usually I do it in that case. Okay, hopefully this was useful so far. And let's look what I had here. Yeah. Next chapter in our journey is drawing and copying vector graphics. Drawing and copying. So we are going from progressively, let's say progressively from easier things to more difficult things. Of course, these are difficult even for ChatGPT, for large language models. And but the concept remains the same. And let's look at this, what we can do. So first thing, when people start talking about images to ChatGPT, is I have to stop them and tell this. ChatGPT is a language model, okay? Its input is text, its output is text. All other functions like image generation, audio transcription, or file handling, or OCR, yeah, are achieved through external programs. And many people, because they're so nicely integrated, people forget about this, and they think that really this large language model generated the output. No, it didn't. And now I'll show you some cautionary examples of what not to do, because the ChatGPT will use the wrong tool to do it, okay? So this is preparing myself to the questions, why wouldn't we use just image generation to draw this nice graph? Why should I do this awful thing about generating text, putting in somewhere else, and then generating vector graphics? Because, okay? Never use prompt, draw an image. So you see here, now, I don't know how many of you work with deep learning, but I guess there is decent proportion among you. If I ask him to make an image of AlexNet architecture, and then you get this. This is like heavy hallucination, because what it did, it created a longer prompt and fed it to Dall-E. And Dall-E is artists, okay? Dall-E is another AI model. It's image generating model. You can use it for beautiful pictures, but if you ask him to do something scientific, you will get this, yeah? It looks very good for sci-fi movies, but this is not AlexNet architecture, okay? This is something completely ridiculous. It's never is this. So don't use this functionality for any technical, or this is purely only thing where you can use this is for the cover art of your book, okay? Or your lectures, I don't know. Now, what I did, and also, you know, people are telling me, yeah, but no, but it's integrated, but, you know, let me illustrate to you. You can trigger ChatGPT's use of external tools, okay? And nice thing is that to ask him a question for which you know that that LLM is unable to answer, okay? So I took here the liberty to take a very basic electrotechnical engineering problem, and that is filter design. And I gave him the prompt, giving me parameters of the low pass finite impulse response filter of the 6th order and cutoff frequency of 500 hertz, and draw its amplitude response. And he's happy to oblige. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, let's take this. Okay, I have to take this prompt from, I have to pull it from somewhere else when I was actually doing this presentation. So, okay. Yeah, ChatGPT Workshop. Let's search for filter. Okay, and we'll try to replicate this. Okay, replicate this. Okay, like this. Go to ChatGPT again, flash him. He should forget what we're doing. And we ask him this, okay? Now you see now this change, it says analyzing, okay? when he does not respond, but instead the response is analyzing, then he is basically running outside code, and you don't know what code does it use, so never, absolutely never use these results and write obtained via ChatGPT. Never. This is something you don't do. But because what he did, he actually, or it, let's say, actually wrote the code for Python, which used Python libraries to generate the filter parameters, and then it used the external code and libraries to plot the response. Okay? So now let's see if he got it even right twice. I mean, I'm not sure it gives the same answer twice. It should, yeah, it should. But because he's writing the code each time anew, then he can make mistakes sometimes and so on. And one thing that you can do is you can actually, yeah, you can see here. So you see here, view analysis, and you will see what he did. So you will use it SciPy signal and these packages, yeah. Impulse filter and some other of them, yeah. So now let's see if something he did does matches. Okay, so amplitude. Well, you see, now he drew amplitude as an amplitude here, and here he draw it as in decibels. So, he generated two results that are probably the same. I think if you look at the graphical shape, 600, okay. No, yeah, of course, one is logarithmic, the other is not. Yeah, so probably he could do it. But he was actually written the code, run it behind your back, and then presented you the results. Okay, what we can check are the parameters are the same. So 8787 to pay 2518. Yeah, I think he got the same result. Yeah, but he draw it differently. So, okay. So this was a bit a sidetrack. Just wanted to show you that ChatGPT actually uses external tools and you never know what he will use. Okay. And that it adds another layer of opaqueness to his answers. You have to go and check and document the code. If you just document the chat, and it says, okay, ChatGPT was used to design a filter. Okay, it would look silly anyway, but you have to look behind, document what he actually wrote. And there are various things that trigger his outside tools. Yeah. I think he still uses, if he finds out that you put an image of a scan, of a text scan, he, for example, uses Tesseract. Yeah. Now, having seen what we shouldn't do, now we have a problem how to get vector graphics from ChatGPT. Yeah. And again, it's a text-to-text tool, so we need to have text-to PDF tool or text-to-graphic tool, okay? So main challenge is finding tools, and you will see later when I will also present the 3D rendering, you'll find that the main problem is actually finding the tools that can swallow something that ChatGPT generates and then generate what you want. Yeah. But if you find these tools, then you have pipeline and everything works quite well. Yeah. So again, since we already want to have simplest version, we can use Overleaf or LaTeX to handle vector graphics, because LaTeX includes powerful tool for vector graphics. This is a text package, and basically it uses text is simply a text where every graphical element is described by human readable and let's say human writable text element or text markup. Markup. Okay, and because ChatGPT knows how to produce latex code, as we've seen, it can also produce basically text code. You just write to him what do you want, and then he will gladly generate that that shape or those shapes or this graph or something like this. Now, because you can get PDF out of it, then you have vector graphic. Now, why vector graphic? Because vector graphics is professional, high quality, let's say infinite resolution and so on. And let's try a demo here. Okay, I'll show you my previous results. We'll see if it does it again. I'll show you what actually does here on the slides before, and then we try to replicate it. So I gave him the prompt, make minimal example in latex and TIGS. TIG is this graphic package to draw Olympic circles. Lo and behold, he made something like this. Yeah. And what was the code that he actually wrote? Yeah. So see now we are doing the same thing that he is doing with this filter design, but he's hiding that from us. Now we have open. Basically, he wrote this code. And this code is very nicely readable. First, it defined colors in RGB color space. Yeah. Then define the radius of the rings, and then draw actually circles with certain radius in different colors. You put this in overleaf, you get out the PDF with Olympic circles. And let's try this now, okay? So, yeah, okay. Then I will show you again what not to do. So, let's go now to the, I will copy this prompt. Again, I have to this here. Yeah, so here we have a prompt, make minimal example, latex and text to draw Olympic circles. And then we'll play it with this graphics, okay? So let's go to ChatGPT, flash it again, yeah, to forget everything. And just this prompt. Okay, so this is just very, very easy, basic prompt. I know what the Olympic circles are, although I didn't check that the colors are right, so, okay. And let's see. It will design this. Olympic rings for each. Well, okay. Maybe he will do something different, not that nice. Yeah. So it's as I said, this is getting difficult for him too. So I will here open new document. So, okay, rings. No, sorry, new project, blank project, rings. I don't think that this will be good because there'll be one in. Oh yeah, he did it. Well, I don't understand this code, but now basically, has for each color X, Y, he did them black. Okay, I didn't say it should be colored. Okay, but now I can go back and say, oh, I want colored rings. Okay, so make rings. You know each of them has its sign, right? You know, it would exactly be as there would be your, I don't know, assistant minion doing this, and you will be behind his back, just, you know, your feet on the table, as you said, no, it's not good, make different colors, you know? It's the same logic. Okay, copy code, delete, run it. Oh, you see, we have colors here. Oh. I can try to describe it something, you know, in details. So like I will try to do it with this. Okay. Makes a new text image which will contain multiple boxes. First box at the bottom is very thin and very wide. Above this, what? Okay, yeah, let's do it. Okay, make a text drawing of multiple boxes which have the following properties. The box at the bottom is very wide but very thin. There is the right on him sits the next box which is violet and filled with filled with color. Then above it is a ring that is filled with black color. Okay, you see now. Sorry. I'm using that property of ChatGPT that he actually doesn't care about any punctuation. Okay, as long as he can infer the meaning out of it, it could be there could be recognition mistakes. You know, it could be not. It's late. Did it write things drawing? Okay, things drawing, not things driving. Yeah, but he said okay. He has a context. We're doing things drawings. Yeah. Okay, so this goes here. I'll use the name. Okay. Oh yeah, bottom one, the middle one, and the top one. We didn't describe. Now we can go there and says, okay, make this bigger, move it to the left, move it to the right, and he would do it. Okay. If you have patience to do this, or you have, or you hate Corel or Inkscape enough, which I do, then you will probably find use for this. You know, except when you have easy images, schematics, you know, this is very nice. Okay. So here I'm going to show a few more my results as well. So let's go here. I will show you something else. So whoa, want this. Okay. So again, do not use it as a black box. What does black box imply? You just give him very difficult task with the minimal prompt, and of course, you ask him to hallucinate. Now, in very good things, or you know, he won't hallucinate. So for example, if I said make detailed text schematic of the nuclear power plant, he knows what the structure is. Okay, he wouldn't put I don't know, something that does not go there to this drawing, but it will really make the mess of an image because he cannot generate too much details at the time. Okay, you cannot generate too much details of the time, but if you go to the beginning, say, okay, this would be reactor core, it should be colored light red, it should be at the left side of at the left side. You draw it, yeah? So then go back, said, okay, now I draw this and make this kind of connection, things like this. You can actually this way you can make very complex drawing which are quite useful for teaching or for anything else. And you know, it's you can do it. It's very important without mouse, without holding those like lines, you know, and things don't snap together and things like that. So I will show you what one of the examples that I did, but I wrote. Yeah, it's not public text, but it serves as it will serve for the source for other stuff. So let's go to menu, and I will. Okay, here is the text about audio, and I was writing the technical part about. Okay, so let's download it. Oh, not this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. So I put here the thing that I was talking about in the event that it runs out. But look here. So this image of sorry, here, of how the sound is generated, totally, basics of physics is shown here. This was totally generated by ChatGPT. I never touched the original, the text image. I never changed anything by hand. Yeah. So we're vibrating metal strip, vibration, sound waves, wave propagation, wavefronts, distance from source. I was just telling him what to do, what to add, and things like that. And then I went on and used this as a base to actually draw a schematic of a microphone. I basically tell him to mirror it along the center, and then to rename this piece of metal microphone diaphragm, and then add vibration sensor, AD converter, and digital outputs, and connect it. And yes, I need some of the fiddling by hand, but otherwise 90% was done using this way. So for me, it is useful. So your mileage may vary, but yeah, I really like this option. So let's go on. So if you want to do something like here, yeah, don't do it once a time. Just build it slowly and tell him what to do. Same as being nice and relaxed and having very, very, let's say, capable and quick students who will draw things for you. Sometimes you'll make mistakes. You would need to delete it. You will tell him this did something wrong, but it works like this. Now here, another thing that is perhaps interesting, but even harder for ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT has a model which can read contents of the images. I don't know if it's yet part of the main model, that O model, or not. At the beginning, it wasn't. And let's look at what is the problem. So if you are now, what many people do is absolutely wrong in academia and can hit you with a lawsuit if you do it anywhere out of academia. Yes, Clement, you're ahead of me. Yeah. Okay. So basically what people do, screenshot it, put it into documentation. Well, it goes. Yeah. My student, I'm constantly at odds with my master students and lower, let's say, level students for their diplomas and master thesis. They will just screenshot it and pull like a number of images. So like they have 50, 60, 70 pages of their master thesis, and they lifted like 20 or 30 images from various papers because it looks nice. They did it very nice. This is forbidden, okay? Whatever you may think about it, this is forbidden. And I'm then the bad guy, tells them they have to draw it by hand. Because if you understand the concept and redraw it from scratch, then this is not, as for now, it's not copyright violation. Because, and it also adds you the possibility to just show the things that are important for your context. You don't just show the whole complex image from I don't know, paper on the conference where there is 8-page limit and they need to cram everything into one image. Yeah, so you can just selectively draw things. And now ChatGPT can actually help us with that. This is even more difficult task for him. Okay, so let's see how does it work. So it has behind some kind of an engine, either whether this is some kind of a vision transformer or model itself, I don't know. Nobody knows. And actually that thing behind the scenes generates the textual description of your image. You'd never see this image, but then you can pull out this knowledge about the image if you prompt it in the way that he basically generate latex text markup. Okay, and we'll try to do it now. The result of this, again, fresh graphics. I will show you first what I did, and then we will go and see basically if we can recreate it so easily or even better. I don't know. So here I have the drawing. It will be seen on the next slide, which is actually the concept of psychoacoustic masking in frequency domain. So this is the area of sound processing, psychoacoustic, and this particular image that you will see shows how the various frequencies or various frequency blocks interact with each other when human ear hears them. Okay, so I used 2 prompts because first prompt give me something that was like obviously wrong, and then I used the second prompt. So you have here the first prompt: please look at this image. It shows the concept psychoacoustic frequency masking, analyze the image, and then recreate it in text. Okay. And then, of course, when he made silly image, he said curves are straight lines. Look at the image again. Yeah. So what were curves are now straight lines. This is not good. Now I need to credit the original author. Yeah. So this is from this paper because I'm using his work here. So here I have the original. On the left side, I have original input, which is, of course, a bitmap image. Yeah, authors didn't provide the source of this image. And then we have output. Yeah, and this output is, what can we say? It's pretty close in spirit. Okay, it's pretty close in spirit, but it's not yet there. Yeah. So if you play a bit on, yeah, okay, you will get something like this. You see here, and this is production level image, okay, because it's vector image. You can zoom to it. You can be used. So I got this on the right side after some playing. It's from the same text that I show you the images from microphone before. So now I will do the demo, redrawing this same image, for which I will click this. Yes. So to go to this paper, maybe we can try to redraw something else, you know, from this paper. Okay. Well, we can do something easier. Allow all. Okay. Copy, not copy link, copy image. Okay, just copying the image. I never did this one before, promise. It doesn't help anyway because the responses change. And again, ChatGPT flash it to forget everything. Yeah. And now I will put the image here. I copy pasted it in, yeah, as an input. So now he will study it, but I will prompt him. Please study the image vector diagram. No, diagram that I provided. Now we can ask him, describe it. So I will know you understand what is in it. Okay, so now he will block-based model of an audio codec. Now he was flashed, okay? He has no history. So he can describe you what is good here. Now, I'm not advertising for this use because I think this is pretty obvious. Now, if you didn't know that you can do this, yes, it does. Okay, it knows how to do it, and it using his knowledge he can basically describe it pretty realistically, what does it show? And I would say, okay, I'm happy with this. Good explanation. Now, create this same image. Latex sticks. We'll see. Oros, yeah. Okay, we'll see. Okay, he's explaining what he did, but I'm more interested in how does it look like. So all projects, your projects will have, okay, these, we will reuse these rings. Just control O, delete, put it in, recompile. Okay. Let me compare this thing with, okay, let's download PDF. Okay, so, oh, I don't have it here. Okay, PDF, and we can compare it to something else from the original paper. Okay, let's see. Audio input, analyzes filter bank, quantization coding, perception model, bitstream encoding, bitstream output, bitstream input, bitstream decoding, reverse quantization, synthesis filter bank. What do you want more for 5 minutes of work? Okay, 3 minutes of work. So hopefully you can really use this, especially those of you who are engineers, yeah, to help you to start with this. And you know, now it is almost correct, but I can still pester him. I can say, well, you know, the decoder part is not left aligned. Can you do this? Yeah. And just do here. Maybe. Okay, so here's my critique, you know, what he should change. Now, one thing that I have to say you, this is basically very important. I would never know and never trust him when he says, oh yes, can occur its party high, making look unaligned with the encoder section. This is maybe him just echoing what you told him and trying to be nice. This could be pure hallucination. And often I found him agreeing with me that something is the reason that something went wrong, and then doing the same mistake again. Okay, so this should be basically take with a pinch of salt what he says, yeah, because that may not be the true reason. You know, don't trust him. Okay. Now let's see if it did move. Oh, look, nice. Okay, so in this case, so actually, I think it's good for your boss, yeah, even if it's not very good for I don't know, the scientific journal, because this is not aligned on the right. But this is this actually worked far better than I expected right now. So what are the final takeaways of this part of the presentation? So Control L. So we went through demo. Now what is the things that people do from the beginning? You know, again, I'm saying this for the fifth time. It's not a magic black box. It cannot do your work, but it can do work of your maybe non-existing assistant. Yeah. So no drawing will be perfect on the first try. Never, never happens. Initial outputs are just a starting point. And then it pays to guide ChatGPT with further prompts to improve and refine the image. Yeah. And you act as you having your eyes. Yeah. You said to him, this one is too high, put it lower. This one is too right, put it left. And then maybe you can even screenshot what he did and gave it to him and see, look, it turned out like this. It's not good. But this only if the mistake is really big. Yeah, because then he will see it. He won't see the small misalignment somewhere because it's probably not well described in the image description. Okay. And I think what we did now, this is totally legit, copyright free re-implementation of that graph from the paper. Okay. And again, consider it to be your apprentice, your assistant, not the black box where you just throw in the work and then you don't need to work. No, you just can work more with the things do you like and spend less time with the things you don't like. Yeah. Now, here it is important notice. Where does this pay off? It's important psychological effect here. ChatGPT solves many problems to a large degree, but not always perfectly. So you still need some of the tinkering to finish with them. But this is psychologically very valuable tool. We all know, I think, what procrastination means. Yeah. For people from Slovenia who don't understand what this, after you graduate, or maybe when you write your master thesis, you will learn what this means. This means that you cannot start working because you have an empty page. Now, our friends from let's say arts are more poetic about it. They call it having no inspiration or the empty page problem. And what you can see here, imagine you have to drive 5 graphs for your paper. It's incredibly difficult to start. But if you can do approximately good graphs with this thing, then you will be much easier. It will be much easier psychologically for you to finish them. Because for people, it's easier to complete the final 20 parts of the percent of the project than to start the first 20 from the scratch. And here, ChatGPT, however wonky it is, yeah, and makes mistakes, will solve a lot of your problems. Often I have trouble starting working something. I fire up ChatGPT, and this is how I came to all of these ideas. I was so much. I had such problem with procrastination that I was trying to see whether ChatGPT can help me with that. And this is how this presentation came to life. So this is psychological impact that you should not forget about. And if you're employer, you should not forget about the effect that this can have on your employees, yeah, to actually start working, even it's difficult to start. Especially for the things we don't want to know. We like to tinker. We like to think about new product, new design, solving other challenging problems. And then somebody says, oh, we have to draw this image, or we have to write make this presentation, and so on. So this is final results for this, let's say, the second part, how to recreate the image when you have only, let's say, picture of it. So now we ended the second hour of our presentation, and we are going to the most exciting part for me where ChatGPT is not, again, cannot do all the things, but as far as I test it, it just makes your job so much easier. And this is when you have your knowledge in some form and you have to put it in some other form. So again, we will be using overleaf, and we will using two additions to overleaf, which can create presentations and posters. And now people will ask, oh, I need PowerPoint. Well, tough luck. Yeah. The reason why the overleaf and latex itself has a ability to make presentations is that people actually want it and were doing this before in the purely textual form, like last 20 years. And people liked it because it's lightweight and it creates very nice presentations, but it also can create, if you know a bit more, very let's say impactful presentation. So if we look at these presentations here, this was actually done with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, so the administration of this EuroCC2 project provided us with PowerPoint templates for use in such workshops and in all public events. Had I used that one, I would probably use, I don't know, 2-3 days to make a presentation like this. Instead of this, I spent I don't know, 5 hours creating the template in, okay, let's go here, creating a template for latex, which results in exactly the same thing. And then when I started to write the slides, it was just one, it was literally, I don't know, one slide each few minutes, or let's say each slide each 2 minutes, some even faster, because I had stuff that was ready before, just didn't have it in the form of presentation. So bonus for scientists here is that if you have academic papers, they are usually already in latex format. If you don't use latex, then this is maybe the way to start. And then the conversion to the poster or to presentation is really straightforward. And just like you can keep all the images, you can at the same position, sorry, in the same folders, and you just reuse them. He will reuse them and so on, and we will show this thing. Okay, so we will use 2 additional tools in latex. They're available on Overleaf as well. So one of them is Beamer. It's for making presentations, and the second one is BaPoster or BaPoster, I don't know, designed for creating posters. And this is the best illustration of typical work, typical task you should use ChatGPT for. There is already all the intellectual work done. Everything has been done, verified, it's okay. And now you need to convert to something else. And you need 5 or 10 or 20 hours to make a presentation or a poster before you go to a conference, before you present your product somewhere. What you can do, you take everything you have in your company, about the product, take these tools, find the nice template, use the template, and basically basically be done with it, and then maybe you can push the graphical designer to design the template in LaTeX for presentations, for your documents that you generate, for your documentation, for posters maybe, and so on. I'm doing this from the university template, from university graphical graphical layout, but I'm finished yet because that template is really awful. But for those from University of Ljubljana, these templates will be ready in I don't know, week or 2 weeks, something like this. So you could actually do what you do, what I'll show you here, with actually and have the template that has been, let's say, sanctioned as an official university template for presentations. Also for EuroCC2 project, I did the same, of course, obviously. But I will send it to the higher powers later. So long work here, but now what ChatGPT actually does here? More than just converting the graphics. Yeah, there is no tool that you would just put the paper in unless it has large language model that could just convert your paper to the presentation. So ChatGPT does here first, very important, summarization, condensing text, making suitable for shorter format of presentation or paper. Restructuring. So because presentations have much more slides, you know, the poster is only a single document, yeah, but your paper can be 8 pages and 5 sections, and each have 2 subsections. Yeah, this have to be restructured, refactored, let's say, to presentation. And then what it can do, which is also very nice, works pretty amazingly, is identifying key concepts. So you just tell to me, okay, you know, this is nice poster, but now make bold everything what should stand out in. Voila, it does this. This does without big problems here. I mean, doesn't make big mistakes, and when it does, it's quite obvious. So what will be shown in a demo? We will take a LaTeX source of the paper published 2020 and make presentation in one shot. Hopefully it will work. I did it for a PhD students last week and it works like a charm. I cannot guarantee it works like a charm today. Then we will try to reproduce this with one of the Beamer templates on the overleaf. So you don't have this just plain vanilla presentation that everybody says, oh, you know, that's Beamer. And then we will, for poster, we will use template of University of Ljubljana or any other template available on overleaf. I think I will go with this University of Ljubljana template. Okay, so now we have this demo. I don't have any other things here. Let's go to work, okay? So here, flash it, okay? Forgot everything. And I will go to LaTeX edit, and I will use the, yeah, my PhD students' first paper. And of course, yeah, this is the paper. This is the paper that has been okay. It renders quite okay. This has been accepted in a journal. And so it's already in LaTeX form here, main tech, okay? And now let's be brave and make it one shot, okay? So I will take this, Control All. I don't know if it did before like this. Okay, one shot. And go to ChatGPT. I will give you the LaTeX formatted paper. That has been accepted. Now I need basic BMR presentation, which should have 15 slides. This. Now we have to say 15 slides. Now we need to say retain. And now how we emphasize all of the images preserve the file paths and put them at appropriate position in the presentation. They position in the presentation. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Now I won't say okay, just everything in one big prompt. Let's see, one shot. If not, I'll show you what we did with students last week. So, reconcile. Okay, so he's making. Okay, now, now make it the latex file for Beamer. See, sometimes he starts to avoiding work. You know, it's something's like human. Okay, you can do it like this. No, I don't want to do it like this. You do it. Okay, so we have such kind of discussions, and don't just say, "Wow, it doesn't want to do it." I mean, you're the boss, yeah. No, you do it. Okay, I'll copy this, and now, of course, same, and I will make new file here, new file, so it will be presentation to tech. Okay, where is this? Okay. Let's hold our breath. Okay. Let's see what he did. Download it, open it like this. Okay. Introduction, problem statement. Yeah. Related work overview, short-term obstacle avoidance, approach overview, obstacle detection details, emo and semantic segmentation, depth fingerprinting. Okay. Temporal consistency. He made some implementation of hardware, evaluation and results, error analysis, conclusion, future work. It was better before, but hey, he's for free. You can pester him as many times as you want. So I will show you what we did last time. Recompile. So it was the same logic before. So if the first time it's not that good, you can try 5 times. Still, I mean, if you try 5 times, still faster than doing it yourself. Introduction, yeah, problem overview, method overview, plain estimation, yeah, nice commentary, very good figure, algorithm pipeline, points above the, yeah, concept, that fingerprint. Yeah, now he has that fingerprint example, temporal consistency, tracking cost function. Okay, now results comparison, conclusion. He did it. So if Jon is here, I would ask him, what does he think? This is your paper, Jon.
So yeah, it's okay, yeah.
Okay. So And this was one shot. Okay, two. So okay, this is presentation for a paper. But now we can go on and say, well, what if you want nicer presentation? Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. All are the same. Although, trust me, if you don't have any time for the conference, you just woke up, your presentation is in 1 hour because you misinterpreted the date. This could save your career. Yeah, let's say it doesn't look that bad. You use that 1 hour to check whether there are any problems in it, not to work on it. So now I will try to go here in overleaf. I will do this menu and yeah, I'll try to open new project with, and then I will go Simon's poster presentations, and I will look at some other presentation templates other people did, and we'll try to use some of the others. I mean, this could be fun, but which one? Say, okay, insert presentation. University Putrad, Malaysia. Okay, this looks nice. Open as a template. This is also something I never did on the presentations that are not mine. Okay, so I will, now how we do this, we say, okay, why is this red here? Sorry. Okay, so what we will say, okay, we will copy these files. So we have example text and we have two images, and what we're gonna do is we'll feed this to ChatGPT. Okay, so I have a template here. I will say, okay, now I have a template here. All right. And I want you to generate slides that would be the slides in that template. Same slides as before. Okay, so he will generate, hopefully he will Serdang Beamer template. Okay, Serdang Beamer template. And in the meantime, I will just, okay, what I'm gonna do is, download it, no, okay. Rename, I will just take this name here and take it to the other. So, that one that we had before. Okay, so we have here this presentation. Okay, I will mess up so I will create the new file, sty, create. I'll go back to the other one. So we'll try to, okay, it would be nice if I open another tab. Yeah. Beer team for Eva. Putra Melage. Okay, copy. Here we go. In Sedang. Okay. So this is the template. Now you see everything in LaTeX is text. So this is nice. You don't get messed up presentation which you couldn't recover. So okay, this was, then we have two PDF. Okay, download. This is okay. No. Close current tab. I'll close this tab, and I need to download this one too. Yeah. Okay. Title PDF. Okay. And now I will just upload those two things in. Okay, here. Downloads. And I will upload those two to my previous project here. So let's upload this here. Upload. So those PDF files. Okay. And now we will make, okay, presentation 3. Okay. Presentation 3. New file. Okay. And well, we'll see what did he do. He's here now. He generated the presentation. He says it follows the conventions there. Copy. Okay. Oh, presentation 3. Whoa. Here's presentation 2. Presentation. Okay. Now let's compile. I don't know how it will look like. Oh, look at that. So, as I said before, it's not complete. It's 90% complete. Okay. So this thing obviously works quite well. And you can then tell to him what's wrong here. Example, okay. The fragmentation obstacles. Yeah. Now let's try to make him to emphasize important things. This is a nice experiment. So we'll close this Serdang template. Close this tab. Yeah, and I will say, okay. Well, I would like that you emphasize important things in boldface. In bold. You choose and where. Okay. Let's pester him a bit more. Okay. Error analysis, we're almost done. Okay, copy code. You see now when it's doing such a long task, now I can run out of tokens. This is real when I'm presenting this and doing multiple iterations and so on. But let's do this. Control V, recompile. See what he did. Did he emphasize the correct things? Okay, we run it, download it, run it like it's ours. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this enhancement look reasonable. Yeah. Of course, this put this to ease. Okay, image date, surface depth fingerprint. So he actually emphasized the important things for this. But as I said, this is not finished work. This is 90% of the work. Like your assistant also cannot do your work. If not, you'll be out of your job. But he won't take your job in any case. So now we came to the end of the presentation, and we now only need to show how to create a poster. And I will use some other technique to create a poster. Basically, we'll try to do zero shot, but it wouldn't work probably because poster has to be also arranged nicely. But I will actually use the template that was used for that I used for 2 conferences already, and on both of them I used ChatGPT to generate it. Okay, so now we'll try to generate for the same paper the poster the way I already did it for 2 conferences. So let's see here. So first thing, I will find that my poster template. So let's go here, and so presentation template, PowerPoint. This is the one that I'm converting for. Okay, so this is AVL Research Day poster. This could be nice. Okay, this could be nice thing, and I will just clone this to show it here. You will see how the poster looks like. So this was actually done with ChatGPT. Okay, based on the multiple papers that I put in. So I will now just make another. Yeah, no, I have to do it in the other. So I will take this Bay poster CLS. This actually needs to be downloaded where you want to have, and figures, images. Okay, so let's download it. Then text file, let's download this. And then we have some things here in images, and we have, we have fonts here. Okay. So yeah, we need to download fonts because university has their own design. No. Oh, okay. Download. 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 And here, download. So the poster series. Okay, we don't need bib file here. Okay, AVA research the poster. I think we did, and then we need here some of the images that logo, but let's just put figures, and yeah, we'll just use official logo. Download. Okay. Not like that. Okay. Download. Now I will go to again to the other. So obstacle tracking. This is gonna get massacred, but okay, I will now make here the new file, poster 2 tech. Okay. And what did we have here? Sorry, no. You type to the right. my projects and let's open this AVL Research Day poster, yeah. So here we have figures, okay? So we need figures here, map figures, okay? And in figures, we will upload that logo that we downloaded. So like this. And then we need to put fonts in the main directory. Oh, we have already here. Okay, I did this already. And then this Research Day poster, okay. Poster 2 should be here. What is here? Research Day poster. Yeah, I will copy this, everything. And put it here, poster 2. And then I need poster CLS here file also. Yeah. Sorry, not this one. Oh, it already exists. Everything is here because I was already moving here. So now I will take this poster and I will and first thing that I will remove here is the logo of the laboratory for machine intelligence, LCI logo. Okay. So like this. Okay. Let's see if it compiles. It won't have, of course, it's everything it needs, but compiling poster takes a bit longer because it's complex layout. So okay, so this is this. I made an error here, of course. Will compile now, of course. Oh, it has this here too. Okay, so now let's put this. So this is now the working template, and we put it to ChatGPT. Close this. ChatGPT, and we'll say, okay, now we will reset him, okay? And what I'm gonna do is first I will put here the paper inside. So main tech, so it's everything, and we'll go as before. Now read the latex formatted paper. Remember, we will be making poster out of it. So out with using poster. Stay okay when you read it. So okay, again, he will now swallow this. And said okay. So now I will take this template, yeah, this template, and I'll try to do zero shot, but most definitely it won't work. So here is a template for a poster that has been done previously for different paper. Make a poster from this paper above based on this template. Okay. Each chapter should have its own box frame in a poster. Okay. No. Okay. I didn't put in. Now I have to go back because I actually put the same thing twice, and this would be very much waste of time. But I did. After he said, "Okay," I will delete this and just put the template in. So not the paper, but poster. Okay. Poster 2. Copy. So this is the template. Send. Okay. Okay. Let me see what he did. I'd be very surprised if this would look reasonable, but let's. Okay. You see? Okay. He didn't change the title, but it's definitely something to start working with. So yeah, these are basically scattered around. Some images are missing because I didn't copy them, but you can see clearly how far does it come. He says laboratory for machine intelligence because he didn't put the right title. So I will say, well, okay, you didn't put. Neither the authors. So see, you tell him like you're telling your coworker, you didn't do this. Do this, yeah. Whether he managed this. Okay. So title and author name. Obviously, he got it now. Yeah. The key here is that you need to have a template. It takes some time to build your own. I will build this one. I will release this one for university. The others are, I mean, out of luck, but maybe some of you can do it for your companies if you want it, or you can put pressure on your bosses to increase productivity this way. So let's go here. Does it look like? Okay, so now this is a bit overlapping, but things here, but hey, it's very much there. And now we can do the same trick. This is the last thing still that I will do. I said before, but okay, please emphasize important parts of the text using bold text. You the which parts and where to make bold. Okay. Oh no, you see, he's starting to put asterisks. I think the boldface does not work here because this poster needs some work. I don't think this should work, but I can go back, and while he's saying that, I can look how did he do boldface in 20 more projects. Metro C poster, okay. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? Stop it. Use okay. Let this generates, and I have now saw a couple of interesting small things I show you before we go to 3D rendering. So I just need to log in with my different account, and I'll try to do this now on this other page. So bear with me. So file. ChatGPT. Okay. Introducing. Login. Until sometimes when he thinks there is too much text generated, you have to click continue generating, you know. Okay. Okay, I was just logged in the other account. So copy it. Let's go to poster. We are preparing. All projects. Okay, here we have this poster. Okay. File it. Oh yeah, you see. So it's not nice. There needs to be change, but this was really one shot. I never expected it to work like this. Usually what I would do is just copy section by section, or section by section of the paper, and basically build block by block. Yeah, it wouldn't take much more time, but it would allow me more control over it. So if I download it, what happens? Of course, it's opened here. So this is the poster that we just quickly generate from the paper that was never connected to this. Okay. Now I have some other things to show you, but I needed to log into my daughter's account. So, and I will show you what you can do with this. Okay. So if you're a teacher, if you are the parent, if you're in any position where this comes handy, you can use the ability of ChatGPT to actually recognize handwritten text. Okay, handwritten text, and also purely visible. So here is the way how I created a test for my daughter. She's not happy about it because I use very little time. She uses more time. So for example, I uploaded these things here. Yeah. So this, these are basically, this was everything for her mathematics that comes, that will be part of her next test. Okay. And I basically instructed in Slovenian language, but this is not a huge problem. Yeah. And basically, I put it in, and the prompt was, I'll translate it. We will prepare a test for the mathematics. I am uploading first four pages of the notebook that shows which things do we learn, and I can see now here that actually the speech recognition wasn't very good, and it still worked brilliantly. Now and then, for 3 more pages, and the last page with some of the examples how the things should look like. Yeah. And then I said, tell me okay and wait. And then I asked him, okay, now you will provide the test, let's say assignments, one by one, and I will answer you with the solution. You will actually check it and count the points. When I say end, then it's then you will end it. Yeah. And choose the types of these assignments randomly, but should be sourced from where I gave them. So my daughter then, with some complaint, went to this and basically started doing so. Word with the number, number with the word, rounding, subtraction, and then he said, okay. He saw that in that image that something is colored blue. He said, color it blue. Then I said to the daughter, okay, she came to me and said, well, he wants me to color. How do I color? I said, no problem. You just go and write him which one are blue, which one are green. Said, okay. And then and then he had to do it twice. Yeah. And we said, okay, 20 20 of those questions, but more emphasis on calculating, and then he says, okay, I'll do it. I will do more of this. So this is interactive. Literally he can check whether the child did it correctly or not. But then, we can come back to our ChatGPT, to our latex, one can say, okay, now create a test with 20 questions in latex, okay? Okay, no nonsense, yeah, test. Let's go to here, put it somewhere. New project, blank project. And now we can do actually, oh, he did it in English, you see. Okay, questions, he wrote it like this, yeah. To some extent, it is possible to actually for child to answer it, and and then the ChatGPT reads that as long as they are numerical questions. If they're textual questions, he has such a strong model that he will read it correctly, even it's wrong by itself. So another thing that I could show you is basically how this could be used for programming, for teaching of the programming. And, whoa, I have to minimize this, sorry. And we will go here to one of the, yeah, we'll open this. And here it was in September, no, June. SenseHat. Okay, it's loading, yeah. And how we can start this? For example, Raspberry Pi. Do you know Raspberry Pi SenseHat? Common uses, blah blah blah. Do you have any things? This is I was prompting this, so we set up the environment, and then light up middle LED, and then my daughter caught up with it, and she started to program. And what she did, she was using speech to text, of course, similar to one I show you, and she was programming the way as you see here. Now the snake bumps into tail, the game is sorted with red pixel, the leg sorry, light with right, game over, you did the alphabet. Yeah, like you did the alphabet, because she was doing alphabet. And then he disentangled this mumbo jumbo, and he said, okay, here is update version, and he actually provided her with this name game, with the game over condition, and then lasers and many different games. She was just basically sucking it dry of the tokens very quickly, like in 1 or 2 hours. So this is the new way to program, and the children can do it, So, and it looks actually like this. I have a video that I want to show it. So here.
5 red dots, okay? And the snake has to be yellow and green, not just green, yellow and green.
زي يا ناتاشا
زي بو.
fruit color green. Dar vorbi și de zelene, parcă.
Ja, po moje tu do mene.
Yellow and green.
Ja, yellow and green.
Skoro je yellow, pa je pa svojši green.
Ako se omluvají. Deluje, enako je.
Pa kaj si spremenila?
Da je barvena, zdaj rume. Pazi, da se ne ugrizneš. Ugriznala si se. A lahko jaz provam? Rekla sem pazi, da se ne
A so to računalniške igrice v bistvu?
nikako. Deluje.
Anything else that ChatGPT understands, it works quite nice, at least in my experience. So the final thing is that advanced topic about Povray. We won't be long, and after that, I will take questions if you have any. So let's go back to presentations. I don't have many slides anymore. So geometrically correct 3D rendering with Povray. Why I said geometrically correct? Because again, this is not the same thing as you have said, okay, give me the 3D render of this and this, then it goes, fire ups Dall-E, gives the prompt to Dall-E, and then Dall-E makes the image in a way that is not geometrically correct, that it looks like a render, okay? So now, important about this lesson is that Povray is not the end goal of what we are doing here. It's just one example of a specific tool, let's say, that transforms text input into something else, in this case, photorealistic 3D images. This demonstrates, how ChatGPT can be used along specialized software, if you have this software, and it should inspire you to try with your software, your specific software, how ChatGPT could assist you in working with that software. Maybe if it's the software that is very niche, okay? Now, of course, this niche means that ChatGPT does not speak Povray language, Povray scene description language so well as it could, yeah. So basically, you will see that he will make some mistakes. But okay, so here I will fire out Povray, and let's start from the beginning. So I will show you here how Povray works. Sorry. It's an old program. It's not maintained for quite some time, but it actually had, I will show you here, Biscuit, yeah. Sorry, it works like this, okay. Rendering the images like this. And what I'm gonna do, I see the resolution is too high. I will lower the resolution so we won't have such things anymore. And since the Povray language is this, yeah, so the whole scene here is basically made of this text. Of course, first idea is, well, can we make 3D render with it? I will share the recorded presentation, yes, but it will take some time to do the final processing after we finish. I have to go through it and things like that. But yes, you can expect it in 1 to 2 weeks. And please send me an email if you want it, and they still wouldn't be available. So what we're gonna do here, I will do. Okay, I have something here that I tried before, and now with Povray, we build the scene, and I will start with ChatGPT. Maybe we have here insert. Okay. Insert ready-made scenes. We will add grass with powered cloud sky. This is built into Povray, and this is actually made here to quickly start even if programming manually. So now I will tell him, okay, so now here objects in the scene. Okay, I will tell him like this. This is my, sorry. Let's fire up ChatGPT. Oh, it's under all of this. Not this one for the other purposes. Let's fire up. Yeah. Okay, this one. So again, we lose his context. You see, I'm deleting the context very often. Yeah. Because I don't want him to mix, I don't know, math test and Povray rendering. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so here is a Povray scene of grass and nice sunny day with blue sky and clouds. Can you place a mirrored sphere on the grass, so it will be visible by the camera. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, he detected that we should put it below objects in scene, which is very nice. Okay, so we put it in. Now I'm searching for Povray, yeah. So ChatGPT here, I will make Povray. Sorry, I will make it visible here. So Povray is here. So, whoops, under here, under object the scene, I'll put this code and let's start render. Run. Save. Okay, and we have mirrored sphere here. Now, I can now try to entice him to do glass Olympic rings. But this will be the last thing that we will do. You know, this is just an illustration. So please make Olympic with rings made from glass and put them in front of the sphere. Okay, he says, okay, we need to make a torus, which is right. Glass material, also right. Now define colors. Woo! Sometimes things work. Okay, and let's put this here. So we'll see. Okay, so I said there's a problem. Okay, and now, okay, now the thing we never encountered before, but it's very good if we do it like this. So I show you. So what do we do when you have the error? What you do here? Take the error. So it's not edit settings. Oh, come on. Okay, edit. Copy pane. Okay, it's an old program, and we just throw it in. Okay, it's unmatched brace in texture. Really, I'm not sure that this is the actual problem, but hey, if he says. So what did he do? It here. Oh, Olympic rings. Okay, now print out the whole code because I cannot understand this. Copy. Run. Still, this EOR is bugging him. Okay, maybe. Olympic rings made of glass. Okay. He did Olympic rings, so we didn't say that they have to be vertical. Now, he made them all right. Now we say great. So emphasize, we want you to continue this way. They are only laid down, so wrote them so the camera can see them. Okay. Okay, so print only the Olympic ring. Print only the Olympic ring part. Okay, so it won't print. We add rotation transformation for to each ring. Okay, I think he would need to rotate everything together, but maybe this would work. Okay. Oh yes, we have Olympic rings here. So I think this is the end of everything I have prepared. I put some other things into the call of the presentation, but I can go on with those if anybody is interested in. So for now, I would say that we go to questions. So if you have any questions, you can fire up your microphone. You can write them to chat. I will answer them. I want to say before we go on that you will get by email, you will all get link to the questionnaire about this workshop. So whether it was interesting, whether it was good, whether you learned anything new, whether you want similar stuff and so on. So I would kindly ask you, when you get this questionnaire by email, please fill it out so we know how this went and whether it was useful for you. And now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned it doesn't allow to translate from voice directly. Does it allow to upload MP4? I never tried this, and I am not in favor of this thing because this is also something that is going on behind the scenes. For example, if you go to the tool that I sent you, that voice tool in email, you have pretty clear. So this is, I will show this tool, maybe for people who didn't see it. So this is that voice in. If you go to voice in, then of course you have free versions, but you also have, because Google wants it, basically very clear policy. What does this mean? Yeah. So for example, you have here premium features, so on. And you have like many languages. I don't know, many text-to-speech tools don't support anything else but English. So some have some other problems, but let's host no sites. Yeah. You have here also this dictating ChatGPT. Okay, support. Let's see here. It's very important. Yeah. All your audio is transcribed right in the browser. No audio dictate is ever sent to voice in servers. Interesting, So this is, here now how it works. Yeah. GDPR compliant and things like this. I think that this may be better choice. You pay for this, and if you try it out, it works quite well even in free version. Just don't. It has some limitations. Long answer, sorry. Yeah, there is a website for the workshops. Here I will put it into the Indico is so here it is, supercomputing. This comes under supercomputing, and we have basically in English and in Slovenian, and there are some events in the future. That there are events in the past you're invited to join. All of them are free. Most of them are via Zoom. So I'm pasting here the link into chat. Okay. So this was this one. Yeah. Any other questions or comments or? Oh, this is a really good question. Whether I recommend long conversation for specific project or more short conversation each. Basically, you need to keep contexts together. So whenever ChatGPT does this, you open new chat, it resets the context, but in all the old chats, the context remains and you can reuse them. Okay. So for example, when yeah, we can try. Basically, we can here you can go, and what I do is basically go and continue the same thing. So I've let's say for a day I work with this adaptation of the template, you know, and then I have here. Okay, we had a lot of this. Poster conversion request, presentation template preparation. This is not so. Really want to. I really want to group same tasks together, or continue the same task until this is everything done. I do it in one thread, and if you have separate thing, like, okay, I want you to check this recipe for me, then I will do it in the second one, because this context that you make while you are doing while you are doing, let's see, Beamer EuroCC, for example, yeah, this context that I made when I was, here, when I was basically preparing the presentation. So this is literally what I'm doing. I said, okay, let's start it with the title of the presentation, and then he was trying to replicate this. This is advanced stuff, okay? This is advanced LaTeX stuff. But in this particular conversation, there is everything relating to manipulating of this presentation template. So if I want to add different kind of slides, because you could see here I was only using 3 kinds of slides, the first one and yeah, you didn't see the last one, and the middle one, yeah, and okay, so the section break one, then I basically if I want to do some other type of slide, because the original template, there are more of them, then I will, of course, won't start it from the beginning. Actually, I'm still trying to find the way how to save these conversations to my computer, so they wouldn't just get lost if OpenAI has some kind of a problem and loses the data, because this is very valuable to me. These are like this is what you could call custom GPTs. Yeah, the models with long useful context for the tasks that you need to do. So for this presentation, or for this template, let's say I have my task in my chat in ChatGPT, which I will continue if I ever need to add different kind of a slide, because it will be much easier, because now ChatGPT knows what this template is. Okay, can we ask ChatGPT who will win US election? Okay, I will use this as a teaching moment again. Okay, so let's take the new one and let's say ask who will win election on what in presidential. In USA this week. Now you see what he does. Yeah, he went out, surfed it. Yeah, we didn't say surfed it. We didn't click the other button. He went out, he surfed it. He comes back with the answer, and the answer is, given the current data, is impossible to predict it. To predict it. So he just took something from the web. Now I can try to do something else, and then now I will be not yelling to him. Yeah. So do not open web search and try to answer from your own knowledge. Who is more likely to win the U.S. election next week? This week. Kamala Harris or where? So you see, now he revealed himself. He doesn't know about Kamala Harris running for president in her own campaign, because his knowledge is from the time when she was running as a running mate for a vice president with Joe Biden. So you see, this is the way how you tell him, do not search, yeah, because sometimes you don't want to see him to search, because he'll keep up a lot of garbage, yeah, on the way, and maybe his knowledge is better than this. Okay, so here, why does the ChatGPT put strain on the computer resources? Well, my answer is it shouldn't, and it doesn't put my the resources under strain. In any case, I run it in Chrome, so everything is Chrome related. I think that the web ChatGPT is a very lightweight thing. It's so probably there could be a problem with your installation of. Yeah, well, I didn't stop, but I will cut it off. Okay, this recording. It's not the same as. Sorry. If something is wrong, that's probably Chrome's problem. Okay, so now for the application, if you have application, desktop application came out a few days ago. I don't know. I never tested it. What about the data we upload on ChatGPT? Is it safe? Nobody can guarantee you. Can ChatGPT use this information with its own learning for the use of other users? Okay, if you pay for ChatGPT, this is a good thing to show you, okay? If you pay for ChatGPT, then you have your own word and the corresponding setting. And this is here, I think, security, builder profile, personalization, memory. Okay. You have here, whoops. Cancel. You have here the option memory. What does memory does? Memory retains, a memory feature retains some of the context between sessions. So it's not completely isolated. So, for example, you know, I didn't know about this feature. It was just put in by ChatGPT, but OpenAI, and asked him, and I was asking him about the car I was buying. And then, like a month later, I started asking him about oil consumption. And he immediately says, oh, your car of that and that brand is known to have high oil consumption even when new. Yeah. Because it was secondhand. And so he actually, at certain times, you will see him printing out, updating memory. And then he's putting many things, some things, you don't know what, from the current conversation into general memory. And here it's data controls. Here you have improved the model for everyone. So if you are paying, then you can switch off, improve the model for everyone, and here you have learn more. Now, this again comes with big teaspoon of salt, because I cannot tell you more than I just said. They have options which should prevent them using your data to learn. They have the option with which ChatGPT does not leak the information between chats. And actually, they also have an option where you can actually open temporary chat, so it does not record, so it does not stay as your so let's say your data here. You know, it should be volatile. It should disappear after you close the tab. But again, we don't know what happens behind this. Okay, do you have any experience of, could you suggest some standalone alternative for ChatGPT run on personal computer? Oh yes, I have. But okay, so I was really trying to run OpenAI Llama 3. Yeah, so let's open here. I'll show you OpenAI Llama 3, and you can download it and try to run it. So, not OpenAI, sorry, Facebook Llama 3. And and then you can go here. Okay, allow our cookies. Of course, it's then you have, okay, download models. Yeah. And then you have models, and of course you have to leave your name, surname, and so on. And if you say, this is nice, you know, you say Slovenia, yeah, and everything in you, Slovenia, then it's not available in your region, okay? Because of the AI Act. And if you go to United States, it's United Kingdom. Okay, it's maybe the first one. Okay. Yeah, United States. Oh, you need to use a VPN if you want to download this one. But okay, here you have models, and these models are like this: 1B, 3B. What does this B means? B means billions, and it's billions of parameters. Okay, and these models come in floating point. In floating point format called the bfloat16. This is special format for machine learning. And that means that if they have 17 bits, so that Llama 1B would theoretically need 2 gigabytes of your video RAM memory to load the model, and probably a couple more gigabytes to actually store the states of the model. So then, but this is really cost efficient. This is probably comparable to what ChatGPT, or sorry, what offers OpenAI for free without login, this O1 Mini, yeah. And this O1 Mini, okay, maybe can write something, but it's really small. So in my experience, if you want serious work, even this one is not good enough. I mean, it is good enough, but I would like to get better model, even if I pay twice the money, okay? Because it's so efficient for me. So it solves so many of my problems. So if you take something that runs on the GPU, this would be some of these. Now, I tried to run a Llama 90 Llama multimodal 19 billion parameters on our server, which for 800 GPUs, and no, for 800 with 80 gigabytes of memory each. No, I couldn't come to the solution how to split it. And that server costs 120,000 euros. Yeah. So these are huge hogs. You have conclusion should be you have very small models, but the results, or let's say usefulness, is questionable. Yeah. Okay, Anya Pavlovich. So, is it possible to use ChatGPT to search for literature? Yes, of course. And this is one of the great things about it, because if this literature is in your field and you have access to academic libraries, I mean online libraries, then you can quickly verify whether this library makes sense. Okay? And I use it in this way, and so this is the situation where those that rule 3 does not apply when you are doing things for your own use. Okay, so you can bounce ideas of ChatGPT, and a couple of times he gave me some good ideas. I didn't know if he stole them, and I say, okay, did anybody did this? And he found papers where which really existed, yeah. And then sometimes he generated the paper that does not exist. This is in more exotic fields of scientists, yeah. And one important thing is, after it finds the paper, then you check it. Okay, then you Google it, then you go to the library. Never just take his word for granted, because he can hallucinate the whole contents of the paper, not, let's say, the abstract of the paper and title of the papers and authors of the paper. And maybe I can find actual hallucinations that I went here. Yeah, I have to prepare it, but I have situations when I was doing things related to sound, and he said, oh yeah, there is a paper on this principle, blah blah blah. The paper was not there. So yes, it's encouraging to use, because it's very fast to do it, very fast to get ideas, but then don't believe him. Yeah, take his word. Don't take his word for granted. Check it. Oh, I don't have collaboration. I mean, yeah, let's say like this. I am interested in academic collaboration, but ChatGPT or others big model implementations that are here are incredibly hungry for memory. And yeah, of course, we have, let's say, we have the hardware on which theoretically we should be able to run pretty big models. I just didn't have enough time to actually run it, but I'm planning to do it quite soon. And yeah, that means we could guide someone how to do on their own premises. But usually the question is, how much do you want to pay for the servers? But yes, we are open to collaboration with companies to actually set up their private things, because we can try them out for them whether this works on our own infrastructure. But we didn't have any serious request for this, because it's incredibly expensive. I don't know any company besides those big ones that would actually run custom versions of their premises. Now you have a lot of course, companies that hire the capabilities from Google, from OpenAI, and then run their own services. But and no. Well, did I answer, Roy? Okay. Any other questions? Okay. We have 20 more minutes, but of course, you're probably tired. I'm tired. So if no other questions, then I would like to thank you for your presence here. I hope you learned things that are new to you. Hope that you will have a lot of, let's say, good ideas how to. I'm saying how to do the things that you like and have ChatGPT doing things that you hate. Okay, so this should be your goal. You will get the emails with questionnaire, and maybe we will also send you some contact. So if you want to be in the contact with us after this workshop, you can also ask, maybe not me, but Janis Križe or something, so can forward the questions to me. Thank you very much, and we will end here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Hvala, živijo.
Hvala, Dio.